No, it should be fine. Yeah. So my screen is visible to you, right?
Yes, all good.
All good. So yeah. So this is a very small session. So girls might be asking question like how to start with competitive coding and how to code on code drills. So that's why we are conducting this session, and we'll give few samples on how to code, what is online judge, what is competitive coding, how if you want to code in code drills or any online judge, how to do it. Okay, so let's start. So this is the content that like I told, we will uh, teach how to code in Python. So if you are coding in C++ or Java or any other programming, it will be similar. And I have given discussion forum link, so you can post your code there if you are facing any problem in coding Java or C++, and we'll resolve all your questions around that. Okay, so let's start getting started. And this I am assuming you know at least little bit of coding. If you don't, then raise your hand and I will resolve your queries around that. Okay. So Python, like I told you, programming language. So what is programming language? So you have solved maths question or anything. Okay. So you are solved addition, subtraction, or multiplication. Okay. So you write on your notebook and you solve it. But when you want to, a computer wants to understand your that problem solution, you have to write in computer language. So that language is programming language. Okay, that the way you communicate with your computer. Okay, and it's very simple. It's like learning any mathematical new formula or something like that. It's very simple. Okay, and most of the statements are in English. If, else, plus, minus, similar like in maths. Treat it like a maths, and it will be very easy for you to understand. Okay. I have written that it's not very popular competitive language, but it becomes second most popular competitive language. I started coding when I started myself. I started in C++ because that time C++ was very popular. But nowadays Python is more popular, and because of its syntax is very simpler for humans to understand. C++ is little complicated, but Python is very easy. Okay, so you see, it's like you are writing in plain English. There's nothing complicated here. You want to print hello world. Okay, so you will type print and in quotes. Don't forget about the quotes, right? Hello world, the string, the command you are giving to computer. Okay, you are telling computer to print hello world. So you will write print hello world. Okay, suppose this is the I will say static thing that you are writing hello world. Okay. But suppose you want to give computer something while writing your program, that you will go give something input like A, B, C, Apple, or anything like that. Okay. And you want computer to print it. So there is this command input. So computer has, any programming language has commands which are predefined. Okay, so input, output, these command, computer and understand those words. Okay, so when you will write input, it means you are saying take something input. Okay, and store inside name. It computer will save it inside name. Okay, here it's input. In C++ or Java it will be something else. Okay, maybe name will be different, like in C++ it will be seen. Okay, okay, and in Java it will be system.out.println or anything like that. Okay, here it's input. Okay, and then when you will do hi plus, plus means you are appending that name, the input you have taken, to the hi. Okay, suppose name input, I am in here, I am giving input as a Deepa, so output will be hi Deepa, and will show how this will come. I will execute this program, okay, in my computer, then we'll see how this will come. Yeah, Ishi Saxena rates hand. I will take questions in few minutes. Okay, Let me complete this one first. Okay. So see, Python has few basic data types: integer, float, string, and list. Okay. So what are data types? Data type basically, so you are defining some input. So you want to suppose you can add 1 plus 2, output will 3, right? But if you add the high plus deepa, the output will be high deepa. So computer should know what they are doing. Okay, so for that purpose they are data type. Like integer is basically numbers. When you are performing any operation with numbers, you will use int as a your data type. Floats and ints are without decimal points. Okay, if you want to store decimal points and do operation with decimal points, you will use float, like 1.0, 1.2. Okay, and string is basically statements like hi, hello, how are you. These are the strings. Okay, list is basically a collection of int, float, or string. Suppose there are multiple integers that you want to store it continuously or in a queue format, you will use list. Okay, these might look very complicated and but first get a basic concept of these things and start writing few basic programs, very few basic. The first thing that you should always do is take input and output. Okay, like we did name or anything and then output, try to, or without taking output, first try to, first program should be print hello, hello world. Okay, write hello world program. Then next step will be taking input, printing it output. That should be your first goal. Okay, when starting programming. So there are basic operators like in arithmetic operators and logical operators like mathematics. They are similar. There will be few things like equal, equal, less than equal. They are maths, but they will be free. Their syntax might be little bit different, but operations that we are doing, our goal that we want to achieve in maths is similar here. Okay, addition is same like in maths, subtraction, multiplication, division. Okay, and there are like integer division because when doing programming, when writing in program, we have to clearly tell to the computer whether we are performing that operation is with integer or float. Float means decimals. Okay, because computer treat integer and decimal separately. Okay, and we'll use these operator logical operators, like we have to tell whether these two are the two things we are comparing is equal, less than, greater than. Okay, we'll see how we do it. So this is the if else program. Okay, if else, first taking input out, printing hello world, then taking input output. Okay, then operations, arithmetic operations, and then comes the, then when you want to perform more than one operations, right? You just don't want to do one operation, you sometimes you want to do more than one operation. Okay, then come if else. This is very important because you want to do multiple operations. Okay, so we took a input. Okay, here we are assigning 5 integer to a. A is our variable. Okay, it's a variable. Okay, so what is the value of a? 5. If a is less than, we are writing a program, we are saying if a is less than 5, print less, or else if, okay, a equals to 5, means if a's values equals to 5, then print equal, or else if these two condition is not satisfied, then print more. Okay, so let's compare. We'll learn this, go through this program, we'll learn this program. We assign, we know a is 5 because we are the one who assigned value 5 to a. So what is the value 5? Is it less than 5? No, this statement will be escaped. it will not execute, it will not print less. Okay, it will check else if it's the keyword, but I'm reading it as if because that's what it's doing. Else if it's checking a equals to 5, yes, condition is true, so this program will print equal. Now this condition is checked, else it will not go in else because this condition is satisfied. Okay, if there was not this keyword else, it would have checked this condition also. Suppose a value is 3, then which of these condition will be executed? This one, it will print less. 3 is less than 5, yes, and this condition will be printed. All right, but suppose a's value is 8, then what will it print? This condition will not be satisfied, this will not be satisfied, it will go to else and it will print more. Okay, let's see. We'll go to loop, but before loop, let's see few people have some queries, because my aim is not to give this presentation but take queries also. Yeah, just give me 1 second. Yes, there are 5 questions. So if you have questions, okay, what is C++? C++ is a programming language. Like I told, now I'm teaching Python. It's a similar, a computer language. Okay. Are we supposed to learn the code? Yes. I'm teaching how to code and I will give you a demo of how to read a code, how to read a program and how to execute it. Okay. That's all the questions. If you have any question, till now, till the writing if else statement, you can type here in messages and I will answer it. Okay, if not, then I will proceed to the next part of presentation. Okay, let's go to the presentation. So we have completed if else. Okay, next is loops. So loops is basically, suppose you have a list of items, okay, and you want to execute some operation on that list. Okay, so how to do it? For that purpose, we use for loop and while loop. Okay, so what is the difference between for loop and while loop? Okay, for loop, we need to know that range beforehand. Okay, and this while loop, like we are doing, we can keep executing while loop, and when that condition is satisfied, we can break that loop and come out of that condition that we are executing, right? So here, for I in the range 5, okay, print I. Okay, so we'll start I from 1, then we here for range I in for I in range 5, means from 1 to 5 we'll execute this one and we keep printing. When I value is 1, then we print 1. When I value is 2, we'll print 2 till 5. Okay, and it keep incrementing. Now let's see how it do it in while loop. So we initialize with 0 and will print till I value is less than 5. This will also execute if this loop is also executed 5 times, and this will also executed 5 times. Okay. So I value is similar. This is like, this is simplified version or more understandable version of this loop. Okay. Girls, if you have any question who are raising hands, you can keep posting your question in chat. Okay, and then I will answer when we'll take break after this session. Okay, or few after completing few slides. Okay, you are initializing with 0, then your print will check is I is less than 5. This condition is satisfied, will print I. Okay, 0. 0 will be printed on the output console. Okay, then I value will increase by 1. Now I value is, hi Ria Chauhan, you are raising hands, and if you have any question, please post in chat inbox. There is an option to post your question, chat option. Please post your question. I will take after few slides. Okay. So print I will be 1, then you will print 1 on console, because I will check whether its value is less than 5. Yeah, it's less than. Then it will be print 1, then I value will be 2, incremented by 1 every time till 5. Okay. So you see, when you do mathematical functions, okay, so there are few things like addition, subtraction, finding a angle, okay, like finding square root. So you see square root is equal to a equals to square root of a square plus b square plus c square, like that. There are few mathematically defined formulas, okay, that you use directly in maths. Similarly, if you see here, you don't need to do everything by yourself. There are library created in every language in computer that you can use, okay, rather than doing yourself. So what you do, you import math library, okay, and then you use that library to perform some basic functions, okay. So you want to calculate square root of 5 here, right? You are not going to write that square root programming full code by yourself. Rather, use a library which is written by someone else and add it to this library. Okay, you will import that and use that method or function. This is called method in some languages, this is called function in some languages. So this function is square root. You imported math, the library, okay, and then you're using math dot square root. This square root, this is a function or method, okay, or formula, whatever you call in your language, but in here in programming language, it's called function inside this math library. Okay, so it is accessed via dot operator. Okay, and you will calculate square root of 5. It will be printed. Okay, math dot power. If you want to calculate power of 2, that's the function we use, and its syntax is power function a. Okay, a is the value and square root means 2. Okay, and then you are printing b. Sorry, you are calculating this one, storing in b and then printing it. Okay, so next is introduction to online GIS. Before that, if you have any questions, then I can take those questions. I think nobody posted anything in chat, so let's move forward to.
Have few questions.
Yes, Rija, tell me.
One is, ma'am, I can't understand what is loop.
What is loop?
Yeah, understand.
Okay. Okay, just give me a second. So loop, like I explained here, but understanding without writing a code will be difficult. Okay, so I will give an example. Suppose you have 5 balloons. Okay, right? One is red color, or let's label those 5 balloons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and each value, each number has a color also. Okay, suppose your first balloon is red, second is green, third is yellow. Okay, and so on. Now you set them in a queue, okay, one after another, and you can visit them only sequentially. This is very simple example. There are no fixed condition, but let's assume they are like that. Okay, so what will you do? Computers can't jump from one to another, so you have to check each one. Okay, first you will check, you want to find the yellow balloon, you know that it's a third one, but how your program will do it? They will first check first one. Okay, they will, there's a pointer pointing to each balloon, so you are starting at first one, you will check it. Like first I equals to 1, and what is the color of balloon? Right, red. Okay, oh, it's not yellow. You will check the color of balloon. Then you will go to next one. Is it yellow? You will check whether it's a color is yellow. No. Then you will jump to third one. Okay. So it's simply you are looping through. You are checking each one. Okay. These are the condition which you will use to check something when you want to loop, or you want to check all the items. Okay. Or like when you write tables, 2, 4, 6, 8, like that, or you want to calculate numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 100. Okay, you will keep incrementing. So loop give you control over that sequential incremental function. Okay, I will explain more this using a program. We'll do it later on code class. Okay. hmm. That's all, Nija, or there is any more question?
Could you please give a brief about POW squat functions once again, if possible?
Oh, power function, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, square root. Okay. So I assume you are using Python, okay, and you want to calculate the square root of suppose 8, okay, right? So what will you do? How do you calculate the square root of 8, right? Or let's say you want to calculate the square root of 4. The square root of 4 is 2, right? You know that. So, but suppose you have a lot of number and you want to calculate that square root of each number. Okay, or there's some complicated number that square root of 5 will be something 1 point something something in decimal. Okay, so here what we'll do, we'll use a library function which is already defined in Python. We'll import math. Simply syntax will be import, you are importing math, but you can't write importing, so you have to follow the syntax of language. Import math. Okay, you can take that value from input or use here from here like we are assigning, and then you will do math dot sqrt. Sqrt is a function. Okay, you have to use in same syntax, same format. Okay, don't misspell sqrt, you have to use as it is. And then the number or integer, even double also, take double as also as an input. Okay, so if you want to learn more about any mathematical function, how can we write, what input it takes, what outputs take, you can check from Python documentation. This Python documentation is available online, or you can post in discussion. I will share links from where you can learn Python. Okay, so and give that as a this inside this braces. Okay, the number whose square you want to calculate, 8, 4, 2, or 5. Okay, and this function math.sqrt will take this as an input value, as a parameter. Okay, and give you answer. Okay, and this print function will take that one as an input and print on your console. Console means output screen or any format or file or where are you printing it. Okay, we'll not go into that details. When you print, and you will say first you will do this, and when you go to next step you will understand it. Okay, similarly power function. Okay, you want to calculate what will the power of 2. True power of 2 will be 4. Okay, it will be same like this one, it's just a power function. Okay, there are many function inside math library, not just square root or power. There are other functions also that you can use to simplify your work. Okay, any more questions, Neja?
No, Deepa, we can continue.
Okay, so next one is introduction to online judges. So if you see, I you might be using something in your laptop like Python or any editor for C++ or anything to execute your program. But for that, you need to require to set up everything in your computer locally. Okay, you have to set up, you have to first install a library, then do some complicated editor setup, and then make environment in your laptop so you can run locally. Okay, to execute on your laptop. If you are not understanding of these words, ignore them. Okay, that's not any this is not important. Okay, it's just something you have to do in your laptop. But suppose there is some online, there is some website, okay, where you can write your program and then run it without doing any setup by yourself. Okay, that's what online judges do. They have created, done all the setup for you. You just need to write code, make it runnable. Okay, if there is any error, you need to fix that, and your aim is to get correct answer. Okay, so, and code drills is one of online judges. There are many online judges. So this is the we'll learn about these things. Okay, so I have already told you what online judges. Okay, so, and what, when you are running some program and writing in your own laptop without using any online judge, you will give input by yourself and you will get output. But online judges doesn't have like this. First you can test, obviously. Okay, they already have input restrictions, that if you are giving this input, answer should be this. Okay, there are some restrictions, then only you will improve. It's like exam. Okay, you have given this this is your question and you need to answer under these circumstances. Okay, similar here. Okay, and there are code drills is one, code forces, there are many online judges. So these are the terminologies that used in online judges. So basically input, like I told you, there will be some input. Okay, and there will be some output that is required from that program, and there will be constraint. Okay, there will be constraints, there will be restrictions. Okay, basically under these circumstances your answer should fit this requirements will show this. These are the that just get familiar with these words. When I will use this word, you will know it. Okay, there's a submission. Okay, what mean by submission? Basically you are writing your program, your answer for a given question. Okay, and then you will submit. When you are submitting means when you are running, then that thing will be called submission. Basically you are writing your code and then running it, you are making a submission. Okay, time limit. So when you write a answer for that programming, okay, suppose we were adding two things. Okay, 1 plus 2, 3 plus 2. So that operation will take some time. Computer will take some time to run that operation. Okay, so online judges have a time limit. When you are writing an answer, you have restriction that you can run that program under this amount of time, 1 millisecond, 2 milliseconds. If it is exceeding that time limit, then you will get wrong answer or time limit exceeded. Okay, depending on the restrictions, mostly will get time limit exceeded. Okay, you are supposed to do that operation in 1 millisecond, but you are taking 100 millisecond your program, so you will get time limit exceeded. Okay, and will when you start coding, you will understand how to control that time limit. You can write your program so efficiently that it will pass under a certain time limit. Okay, but first start writing code and then optimize on time limit or memory limit or all those functions. You just supposed to know these things. When you will start writing, you will start understanding these terms also. Okay, so don't put, if you are not understanding these terms, it's totally fine. Okay, goal is writing your first program. So there's next is memory limit. Okay, so what you see, computer has a memory, like we have a memory, they also have a computer also have a memory. So like if you take your phone, or you might be using a phone and storing your photos or anything like that, whatever you use, or installing apps in your phone. So there's a limited memory in your phone that you can use. Similar comes with the program. When you are executing a program, suppose you are like, we took an input and store in a variable a. Okay, so and when we are doing some operation, that operation will take some space, some memory. Okay, so online judges has limit on memory, that if you are storing a list of item, you can take this much of memory, 1 kb, 2 kb, 3 kb or 100 kb, but you can't take more than that. Okay, so you have to optimize memory limit also. But if you are like, you have given up for a program in 1 kb or 2 kb and you are using more than that, then you will get memory limit. Okay, just understand, you just need to know these names or this terminology. When you will get, then suppose you are writing a program and you are getting memory limit, then you can google why I'm getting memory limit. I'm getting a memory limit error, or post in Codrel discussion that I wrote this program and I'm getting time limit error or memory limit error, how to fix it. Okay, first write a program. If you are reaching till memory limit or time limit, you have achieved something. After that, we'll resolve that. Okay, don't focus much on memory limit or time limit. This is next step. Okay, first is writing a code and executing it. Okay, and then next is sample input output. So for each question, there are two type of inputs. Okay, one is sample input, on which you will test your program. Okay, whether your program is giving output as defined in question. Okay, suppose like input is 1 and 2, and addition will be 1 plus 2, so output will be, sample output will be 3 in case. Okay, so first you will run your uh, program against the sample input, and then you will make a submission, and then online judge has thousands of test cases. Okay, thousands of uh, input output against which your program will be run, and then you will get answer. Okay, so in online contest, that's how, when you check against the sample input, you think like, it's okay, now I'm satisfied and I will submit. Then online judge will test your program, and according to that output, full output, so sample output and full output, input output, against that full input output, your program will be tested and you will come in. Your rank will decided according to how your program pass against the full sample cases, your rank. Okay, sorry. Okay, next slide. Okay, so problem statement. So I will give you example first from Codress, so it will be easy for you to understand this whole terminology. Let me share my screen from Codress. So you might be seeing Codress website now. Okay, so if you go to contest here, Okay, this is the upcoming contest. Okay, and you go to competitive problems here. Click on competitive problems. Here, click on difficulty. Easy. Okay, these are the easy questions, right? You can solve from here. Okay, this is very big question. I will take a very easy example. Where is apple plus? Okay, let's go to discussion or code drills. Here's a drill for Algo Queen. So if you go there, let's go to discussion. Algo Queen, and there are the questions. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so problem. Let's take this one. Apple and banana. This is a very simple question. Okay. So this is the problem statement. This is input. This is output, constraint, sample input, and explanation. Okay. These are the things. Let's go one by one. So this is the statement first. Okay. So we are telling about the problem. What is the problem here? What is the question? Okay. What is the question is you have A apples and B banana. Okay. And you want to calculate how many fruits in total you have. Okay. So how much you have? A apple and B banana, then A plus B apple. So you have total A apples plus B bananas. Okay. So here will be input. So if you see, first line has two space separated numbers, A and B. Okay. So you will be given input in this format, A and B. Okay. Something like this. One apple or two bananas, like this. Okay. 3 and 4. Okay. We have explained how the input will be. How do you expect to put output? You only need to output total fruits and nothing else. Okay. So a single line containing the total number of fruits. Total number of fruits will be A plus B. Okay. So, and constraints. Why these constraints are important? Because these constraint actually defines how much time this program will take. Okay. Suppose here a apple is between 1 to 100. So you will have, you can have 10 or 80 or 70, but number of apples will never exceed more than 100. Okay. And it will be greater than 1, means apples will be always positive. Okay. Here you will see, oh, how can apple be negative? But in some cases there can be negative input also. Okay. So total will be A plus B. So it will be, suppose there is like 1 million apple or lakhs of apples and lakhs of bananas. Okay. So doing that operation will take a lot of time. Okay. So that's why this constraints is important. Maybe this is very simple question. Constraints doesn't matter that much. But if like it's a complicated like square root or power function, these are expensive functions. Okay. Which takes effort from computer side of view. Okay. So they will take more memory and more space and more time. Okay. So these constraints are very, very important in that case. So like when apple, like we have already written here that input will be single line, has single line with two space separated number. First is A and second is B. So here A is, apple is 25, banana means B is 30. Okay. And output will be a single line sep containing the total number of fruits. Okay. So 25 plus 30 is 55 output. Okay. Explanation. Some problems have explanations also. Okay. So sum of 25 and 30 has the total fruits is 55. Like I explained the solution. Okay. You can go and check your submissions. So I made this many submission, 34 submissions. Sometime my limit was exceeding, sometime I was getting wrong answer. Okay, here's my score. So submission date, status, whether I got a correct answer. Okay, what was my score? Okay, how much time this problem took, what was the memory. Okay, and if I click here, I will get my solution. Okay, and language which I submitted code, this code. I use C++ here. Somebody was asking what is C++. So you have seen how simple it was when I was writing in Python, 2 lines or 3 lines of code. Okay. But if I'm writing in C++, you have to write this much of code. So C++ is little difficult language. Okay. Not that difficult, but yeah, Python, I will say Python is much simpler compared to C++. It's not difficult, but yeah, yes, it is simpler compared to C++. Okay, all the submissions here. You can check one if I can find any in Python. Okay, everything is, I have submitted every solution in C++, mostly everything. Okay, so this was the program. Okay, let's go back to slides. What we are discussing here. Problem is problem body, describe the problem to be solved. Like I show you statement, everything that a, apples, b, banana, then input, output, constraint, and subtask. I already explained you all this. Okay. So next one is AC. AC means accepted, green tick. Okay. Green tick means your solution is path. It's right. Okay. Wrong answer means it has not passed. It's failing against some constraint. Okay. TLE means this is CE compilation error. Means you have some syntax error in your program. You are writing something wrong. Okay. TLE, time limit exceeded. Runtime error means when you are running your program, it is getting some runtime error. Okay, maybe you are performing some wrong function, you are performing something which compiler is not running properly. Okay, these are the verdict. When you will see these verdicts in online, you will understand this meaning of this. What are you getting? Whether you are, if it's AC, you are all good. Your submission green, everything accepted. Okay, got the right answer. Wrong answer means you are getting, you are not doing as it is described in problem statement. You are not writing right code. You have to fix your code. Okay. Okay. Okay, this one is not relevant here. This was not also, yeah. So now I will give a demo. I already given you demo of apples and banana. So you go to code drills, this one. So I will checking for this one. So this is the drill basically a group of problems. So there will be, you can solve problems here. Okay, so all the Algo Queen problems we have collected in one place for practice. I will add more questions here. Okay, so there will be basic introduction. Okay, so there are 5 problems here. Okay, first try to solve these 5 problems. These are very easy problem. Okay, you should be able to write. If you are participating in contests, fine. If you are not, you can still participate in contests, you will learn. Okay, but try to solve these problems. Okay, and if you have any question, any problem, you are not able to write code, don't hesitate. Okay, that's you understand, that's how you learn. And it's very important if you ask questions. So there are link that I already shared, discuss.codedrills.io. Okay, go there, post your question, post your query. Even I will encourage, if you post your daily improvement, how much you are learning, how much you are doing, what you have done daily, on discuss.codedrills, and discuss with other girls who are participating in Algo Queen. It's very important to discuss. Okay. So go here and you can write code from here. Select your language. Okay, so this is where you will write code. Okay, so I will I will write this code first. Let's take few questions. Okay, then I will just give me 1 second. Seems
Uh, Deepa,
yeah.
before we go to few questions, I'd like to have a short poll here. So
Mm-hmm.
you'll have a short poll in the screen now. Kindly attend the poll and then we will continue the session. It is just to understand how many of you have registered for Algo Queen. Kindly fill it as soon as possible so that we can continue the session. It is 2 simple questions. Kindly fill it as soon as possible. We still have few more students to complete the poll. Students, please fill the poll. There are yet another 30 students to fill the poll. Kindly do it fast so that we can continue with the session. The poll is present on your screen. Just yes or no. Another 20 students. Kindly fill it fast. If you have registered and completed your sign up, make sure that you have completed your sign up, everyone. Even if you have registered for practice contest through the Google form, which we have shared with you, you should complete your sign up in Codral's platform. We have shared the instructions on the same also with each one of you in your registered email ID. And we just want to understand that the students who have registered at least know at least one programming language. Another 10 more students, kindly fill it fast. Okay. Thank you everyone who have participated in the poll. I'm going to end the poll in another 5 minutes. Kindly fill in the poll fast. Okay. Thank you so much everyone who have participated. Deepa, we can continue the session.
Sure, thank you. Yeah. So, like I told, input we have mentioned in constraint that input has two numbers separated by space. Okay. So we'll take two inputs and store them in an array. That's the way we take input. I have not taught how to do it, take input and output in an array, and like we can cover it in either in next session or we can discuss offline or codal discussion. Okay. So let's take input. Okay, and there will be two space separated. We took input, so input will come like a space b, so we have to split it. It might be become little bit complicated but this is like very basic problem, and I don't have a problem right now here, or I can't remember. If I like get it, I will post in this codal discussion, you can check from there, so where you don't need to do even split function also. Okay, and then print int a plus int b. Okay, so basically what we are doing here, we are taking input. Okay, and input will come a space b. Okay, and we are storing it in a and b. Okay, split because input have mentioned that they are a space separated. So we have to break on that space. We took a string, like I mentioned, there is a few basic input types in Python: string, integer, float. Or so this one input will be, as it is mentioned, it's a first line has two separated numbers, so they are separated by space. So we split, we break into that space. A will be stored in A and B will be stored in B. Okay, so because here the input was a string. Okay, I told you that we can only perform operations, mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, either or integer or in float. Here they are integer. Okay, because it is mentioned here. Okay, so numbers means integers, so you have to first convert this string into integer. So this is also mathematical, but it is, you don't need to do math.int because it is basic uh, one of the five standards types that is defined in Python. Okay, when you see int, when you say float, it will understand, Python will understand, because it is used so frequently. It is not part of any library math, it's actually part of Python language. Okay, so you will do int, convert this string into int, then do plus, convert this b also int, and then do addition. Okay, print means it will print. So I told you make a submission first, sample test case. So when I do run code, it will test against this sample test case, this one. Okay, so sample test passed. This much memory time it took, and this much memory, it is correct answer, verdict is correct. Okay, so output was, so this is the input, this is the output, and expected was also, this is my output, this program output, and this was expected output, that this program was wanted from the answer. Okay, so both are matching, means correct answer. Okay, let's make a submit now, submission, full submit. And when in your contest, if your program is passed against sample
The screen is not visible to the students, like nothing is seen in the screen now.
oh, I was like running. Okay, I will do it again. Okay, so is it visible now?
Yes, yes.
There is a program, apples and banana, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, let's start. So I already wrote this program. I selected language. From here you can use Java, C++, Java, Kotlin, whatever language you are comfortable. We are using Python. If you are not started learning any language till now, I will recommend start from Python. Reason is it's very simple, as I told you. Okay, and these are the other settings you can change from here. Okay, you can play with these buttons and you will understand. Okay, I will just, when you are using this key map, try to avoid Vim. Always be, if you are like first time, use basic or Sublime, don't use Vim. Okay, these are for advanced use. Use always basic. Font space, you can use anything. And Python, whichever language you are choosing from here, you are supposed to code in that language. Okay, so I, like I told, take input, split on space, store A and B, take, convert A into integer, B into integer, add both of them and print to the screen, and then run from here, this button. It will test again the sample test cases. Okay, and if you get that your sample test case has been passed, okay, great, submit to against full test cases. Okay, so when you are assured that your program is right, your sample test case is running, you are getting output what was expected from this program, you will make full submit. Okay, and if you are in a contest, never forget to make full submit, because only this full submit will be considered as your answer. Okay, this one you are doing for testing, and this one you are actually submitting your answer. Okay, make submit from here. So when all the participants are participating, so they will submit and will submit it to a queue, and it will judge one by one. Okay, so correct answer, it is passed. Okay, so you can go and check from submission whether it's passed. So a few seconds ago I made a submission, it is correct. Okay, and few questions have editorial also. If you want to understand, you can check code in any other language from here. Okay, few questions actually have, if you go to this section interview problem here, few questions has very good editorials explained thoroughly. So always short on difficulty, start from easy. Okay, and editorial view, there will be full explanation how you came to this one. Okay, but if you are starting, I will, like I shared this one, this link, I will share this link with you, all these three links. Okay, so start from Algo Queen drill. This is created specially for Algo Queen, and this is very simple. Okay, all the questions are very simple. Okay, you can, if you are done all these 5 questions, then you can go to competitive coding here, short on difficulty, click on this arrow, start from here, easy. Okay, and where after solving full questions, you can try out few past contests. Go to this contest and check Algo Queen contest from here. Okay, and go to Algo Queen contest, and there will be here, you can check all the problems which will be asked in last Algo Queen practice contest. Okay, solve these problems. Okay, so now I will give a short demo about contest. What is contest? Okay, and how to register for contest. If you click on contest, there will be upcoming contest and past contest. Upcoming contest which is coming, okay, which is not yet over. Okay, and there will be one more section, contest, which contest is going on. And but there is some few contests have registration. So most of the team contests, they require team your registration, means you can only register before the contest start. Once the contest started, you can't register and participate, so make sure to register before the contest. Okay, this contest is tomorrow, so make sure you are registered for this contest. So click on this contest. Okay, and make sure that you are logging. You can check from here, okay, that you are logged in. If not login, then make sure to log in. Okay, check from here my team. If you have registered, your team will appear here. Okay, and this means if you are in, this is like Algo Queen only one team member, so this is not relevant. You can add your coach here and this one. Okay, so I will show, I will delete my team, and then I will, because I already registered, so I will give a demo. So that, so if you don't have any team, it will appear like this. You are not member of any team, create your team. Okay, your team name, I'm taking, okay, whatever name you want to, like your school, you can select from here, or you can write your school name here if it is not. Coach email, if you have coach, okay, so better write your coach. Suppose I'm writing my coach name is something, someone's email, my coach email. Okay, and coach name, write your coach name, don't write test coach. Okay, so your email, so my email is like deepa@codrills.io, right? You will have something at Gmail or Outlook or anything, whatever email ID you have. Like write your grade here. I'm not in 12th, and write your number. Okay, I'm not sharing my number with you guys, so I'm writing some debit code, phone number, and then confirm it here. Okay, and then create your team. It will be created and it will come here. Okay, and this phone number only will be visible to you. This phone number will not be visible to any other contestant in uh, code drills or anywhere. This number will be only visible to you. Okay, and when you go back from here again, now this team will be appeared like this. Okay. If you have anything you don't want it to register, it's not, delete and register again. It's fine. Before the contest, you can delete as many times as you want and create it again. Okay. But make sure you have a stable team before the contest. You have created, you have registered. This is the registration process. Okay. And all the contest team, all the contestants will come here. Okay. And suppose you want to check here, click on this team, it will come like this. That's how it will be visible to others. Only your name, your college, and your team name. Nothing else, no other information will be visible to other participant or anyone in code drills or outside. Okay. So before the contest starts, it will be like starts in this much time. It will come like this. Okay. Once the contest is started, I will show how it will appear and how to solve problems. Let's see this past contest. Okay. Once the contest started, here will again come a timer. It will come on your live contest, and it will show that how much time is remaining in this contest. That this contest will be over in 1 hour 30 minutes, and then countdown will keep going. So keep eye on that countdown. Okay, you have to solve all the problems, how many problems you have to do within that time limit. Okay. So this is the summary, and there will be scoreboard. If you want to see your progression, how you are doing, so this will come on scoreboard, your team. Okay. So Tanisha's team solved 4 problems in last content. She solved all 4 problems and she was first. Okay. So you can keep eye here. Okay. And important thing is, when you are participating in any contest, when you are starting, it's important, try to solve or submit at least a problem. Doesn't matter how many times you are solving a question and you are getting wrong question, keep solving. That is very important. That's how will you learn it. Okay. Don't give up. Okay. This is scoreboard, and let me show problems also. Okay. Go back. Here will be the problems. This will, when the contest starting, they will come here and you can keep solving. Okay. Click on the problems, problem title. Okay. And solve that problem, go back, solve next problem once that solution is submitted. Okay. Right. And if you have any doubt, even if you don't have any doubt and you want to make progress in programming, important thing is you ask questions. It's very important. Okay. And share your progress with other teams. Okay. With other students. So if you come to discuss.codrus.io, there's a here ICPC Algo Queen 2022. Okay, it's this one we created this discussion board last year. Okay, and we are posting here because you will find other people who have asked questions here. Okay, if you have any question, you can ask here. Okay, you can post here. All right. So ask any question. If you have a question, you can ask here. Okay, like this one I posted. You can click here, or you can ask directly. This is the Algo Queen category, new topic. Okay, like I am facing problem. This is my, say, give some title or type your question here. Like I wrote this code. What is the problem? Is this code? Why I'm getting wrong answer? How to do this? Okay, and then create this topic. Okay, I or someone from Codrill's team will help you, or I will encourage that if somebody is posting some query, I will encourage other team, if you know answer, give answer to that problem. Okay, share your knowledge with others. Okay, so I think that's all from my side. If you have any question, we can discuss questions.
Thank you so much, Deepa. There was a question in the chat box like where you're from. Deepa is from. So Deepa is the co-founder of Codrils. Deepa, would you like to give a short intro about yourself?
Yeah, sure. So I'm CEO and co-founder of Codrels, Nija told. Okay. And I am working on Codrels from last 2-3 years. Before that, I was a software developer in DirectI. There is a company called DirectI in India. Okay. They started CodeChef. And before that, I did my master's from IIT Bombay. Okay. And I started coding in my BTech. Okay. I started very late. So there's never too late. You can start coding whenever, sorry, something got inside my eyes. So you can start coding whenever you want. Okay. When you feel easy. It's easy, it's not difficult. But when I started my coding, I learned something. It is very important, like I told, to discuss with others. Okay. So whether it's your classmates, whether you are discussing on our discussion forum or anyone. Okay. But it's very difficult. It's very important when you share your knowledge with others. Okay. So that's what I would say. Yeah.
Thank you,
That's all.
Deepa. So let's go through the questions which we have in the chat box.
Mhm.
Just telling that the account with unverified email cannot be submitted, so I cannot run or submit the code.
Oh yeah, sure. So do one thing. If your account is not verified, I will suggest you to reset your password. Okay. So the thing here is happening, what we use Google for authentication and we don't have any control over that. So Google handles that everything. So I will suggest you to, I will share a link. You can use that link. And if you face this kind of like difficulty that you are not able to verify your password or your account, or feeling difficulty in signing or submitting, always post on our discussion forum. Okay. So any type of problem you like get stuck somewhere, post on discussion forum and we'll resolve. Okay. So there is a this, I will share this one. Give me 1 second. There's a link to reset your password. So this is a link. If you reset your password using this link, your account will be automatically verified. Okay. Use this link. Yeah.
The link is posted in the chat box. So students, if you face any such difficulty, please follow this link. Where do we use the input and output?
Okay. So give me 1 second. Yeah, this is the apples and banana. So, so this one, if you see, let me again. Yes. So here this one, I gave this example. Okay. So what are you doing here? You are uh, giving some input, means you are feeding something to your computer. Okay. How you tell that that program that what are you input, means on what variables you are operating on. Okay. You have defined a and b, these are the variables. Variables means these value can change, it's not constant, that apples always be 25 and bananas all will be 30. No, it can change. Okay. And you want to control that change. Sometimes you want like multiple inputs. Okay. Like 30 apples, 50 bananas, like that. Okay. So you are changing that input. Okay. So you will use this input command here. Think it's like a command. Okay. It's actually a command. This is the input, you are giving it input, and when you are printing, it's a output basically. You are feeding something, calculating something, and then getting some output. Okay.
Thank you, Deepa. The next question is, while logging in for tomorrow's practice contest, there is a question that says coach email and coach name. So what should be filled in it?
So it's not compulsory. Okay. Don't click on that column if you don't want to. It's an option. If you have some coach, you can input it. Okay. Otherwise, don't put anything in that. Right. Nija, it's optional, right?
Yes, Deepa, it's all completely optional. If you have
Yeah.
a teacher or mentor from your school, you can enter their name and details. If not, also that is totally fine. You can register individually. I can see that Mohan Lakshmi have asked how to register. You have already mentioned about how to register for practice contest for as well as how to log in portals. So the recording of today's session will be uploaded in the Telegram channel. I have posted the Telegram channel link in the chat box, and it will also be emailed to each one of you. So to get the recording as soon as the session is over, make sure that you join the Telegram channel. I'll post the Telegram channel link also in the chat box once again. Meanwhile, if you have any further questions regarding tomorrow's practice contest or regarding coding, anything regarding today's session, you may please type it in the chat box before we end it.
Yeah. Or you after contest also you can post in discussion channel,
Yes,
discussion
the
portal
discussion group
discussion.
link also
Yeah.
has been posted in the chat box, so you may please post it there also.
Yeah. I will post it again if like when.
So I have posted the Telegram channel link. So the recording of the session will be posted in the Telegram channel as soon as the session is over. How many problems we need to solve in the practice session going to be held tomorrow?
uh, it's how many you are able to solve. There is no compulsion, the compulsion that you have to solve like one problem, two problem. You try to solve as many as possible, but if you are not able to solve, that is also fine because you tried. We will have more practice session. Okay, and with each practice session and each problem you solve, you will become better.
Thank you, Deepa. The next question is, I tried creating a team in Portals but while clicking to create, it says email or details is missing. Can I know what should be done?
Oh, you might have forget to put your email. The one I told, put member one email is written there. Put your email there. Okay.
I believe some students might enter their email ID in the coaches column and will leave their email ID, the member one email ID left free. So make sure that you enter your details under the mentor one email ID column. And if you don't have a coach, you can leave the coach column free. Uh, so if you have any further questions, please type it in the chat box, else we can end the session. As I have mentioned, the recording of today's session will be posted in the Telegram channel. And everyone, make sure that you register for practice contest too, and you have completed the sign up in the portals platform. And tomorrow, if you have any queries during the session while logging in, you may please follow the discussion group link, which we have posted in the chat box now.
So if somebody have posted, if I leave the coach, it shows like details missing. Don't click on that column. Okay. If you start entering something and delete, then it said, okay. Still, if it is happening, cancel it. Okay. Start again. Okay. And make sure if you don't have coach detail, don't click on that column. Okay, once you start clicking in that column, it validates that column whether it has some value, and it thinks that empty is a value, and it says like that. Okay, so cancel, refresh that page, register again, and don't click on coach input value, that column. Okay, leave it empty.
Ma'am, if we don't know the languages like Python, C++, etc., how to solve?
So, uh, wh- uh, what I will do, if you don't like, I've given a very basic intro. Using that, you can start learning Python and can start solving questions. Okay. And what I can do, I will research a short uh, documentation or any video if I can find online, okay, which will be free, and I will post in Codel discussion forum. Okay. You can start learning from there. Okay. So you will learn uh, basic rules of Python, like, okay. So the one I like intro I have given should be enough to get you started. Once you get you started, it becomes easy. Okay. So first thing is start learning. If you don't learn, you can start now. Okay. So somebody asked about Codrill's YouTube channel. We have Codrill's YouTube channel. It doesn't have a lot of problems. There are content, but yeah, it has some content. I will share a link. It has last year training session, Algo Queen training session, and it will help you. Okay. So you can get this one. This is the link of Codrill's YouTube channel. It has like few training sessions from last year Algo Queen. Yeah.
So students who will be solving at least one problem tomorrow will be getting an ICPC Algo Queen 2023 merchandise, which will be courier to your addresses. So I think if you have any further questions, we can go forward with the question answer session. I'll send the session. Okay, is there any restrictions for tomorrow's practice contest, like we have to use only computer?
Yeah, so we right now we only support laptop, coding on laptop. We can't support right now. We don't support mobile or tablet. You can work, but mobile is not possible. We are working on that. Hopefully, before next year, Algo Queen will be able to support mobile also. But right now, we only support laptop. So you should have a laptop and internet connection.
Vidushi has mentioned, love the session and damn interesting. Thank you so much. Glad you liked it. Then when will the on this one t-shirt arrive? It will be arriving you in a week. So any further questions? Yes, as Deepa ma'am have told, you can only use computer or laptop. You can use mobile for coding. Ma'am, I'm new to coding. Where should I start?
So you can start from code drills, as I told. You can start from Algo Queen drills, the link I have shared. Okay. Or and if you want to learn via some YouTube, or you want to learn like want to read some documentation or some book, I will be keeping I will post a link on discussion board. Okay. Keep checking discuss.codedrills.io. There's a lot of content there. Okay. And you will get that from there, and you can start from there. Okay.
So thank you so much, Deepa. So that's all from the students. Thank you so much for a wonderful session.
Thank you, Nija. Thank you, girls.
And it was very interactive. The students were also really interested and very glad to see that there are so many good responses in the chat box that they have liked the session. So everyone, as I have mentioned, join the Telegram channel. Recording of the session will be posted in another 5 minutes in the chat box, in the Telegram